Thank you.
Just talk to Craig. He actually wants us to talk about balance, not the retro.
Oh.
Okay.
So so we're doing balance, not retro?
We're doing balance.
We're doing more.
We can do whatever you want.
Hand me that one.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, you can stand.
What are we doing? We're fighting matches? Or
Just going to go through some quickie balance changes.
All right.
Man, that broccoli smells weird. Ramon, where did we get this from?
Trader Joe's sponsoring the.
Do they want me to go through the whole list or just the highlights?
Tell me, buddy.
I don't know, man.
So, I mean, should we start with the big system change?
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. Just pick anybody that is loading, not Spinal. That's good.
Retro. Yeah, ketchup and mustard, man.
So there's a system change coming in, guys. It's arguably large, I guess. Opener ender situations no longer cash out damage at all. They are still breakable like they always were, but you cannot cash out this way. So obviously this affects Omen and Fulgore because they are using potential damage in a big way now. And we don't want people doing opener ender to get a free cash out on that stuff. So we've made that change. I just need to build meters, so go ahead and block for me. This is going to take forever. I guess I should use meter enders, huh? Let me hit you. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and demonic despair him. Watch his life. And then I'm gonna try opener ender. And I got the ender, but I got no cash out. Big change. That's coming in. Obviously the reason for this was the opener ender stuff people could do with Omen and Fulgore after we added the potential damage stuff. So that is the system changes coming in. Let's talk about some smaller changes. How about Saberwolf? Saberwolf maybe is hitting a little too hard in Instinct, I think. So the Feral Cancels are extremely potent. People are getting really good at using them. And I think the time is right to drop his Instinct damage bonus from 20% to 10%. He still hits really hard, still has a Feral Cancel. We've also reduced the damage that his Overpower command normal deals by about 20% as well. Because that move kind of had everything. It hits super hard, starts up super fast, and has tons of advantage. So we've dropped the damage a little bit to hopefully keep that more in line with the rest of the game. Spinal also got a little bit of a damage decrease on a couple moves. On his Searing Skulls, they do about 20% less because you get a curse. And the Shadow Searing Skull is about 30% less and gives you an instant curse still. So those just do a little less damage, makes some of the juggles he can do a little less potent when he's going for curses instead of damage. We feel those are pretty good changes. Fulgore. Fulgore also, we wanted to keep the fun stuff we added to him, the new meter building, which people are enjoying in Instinct, and the new potential damage and block potential damage from the Devastation Beam. But the fact that he can get all this extra meter now, and the fact that on 2.5 meters in a combo, he was easily dealing 85% damage on a lockout, we just felt he needed to drop his damage a little bit as well. We've dropped all of his damage across the board except for Devastation Beam, about 10 to 15%. And we think that feels a lot more in line with the rest of the game now as well. We also fixed some missing Kara input checks, some piano input checks on Devastation Beam and on Power Charge during Instinct. So I know a few of you were complaining last month that those moves were kind of hard to get out. That should be fixed in the next patch. Very helpful. And the next ones I want to talk about, can we load up Maya and Conra? Will Conra load? He will.
Oh man, what is that icon?
We'll get to that in a minute. Oh. Maya and Conra have a couple little changes here I want to talk about. Stage, yeah. So there's this nasty dagger juggle that people have been doing since the beginning of Maya. And I think the real problems with this juggle are that when you decide to end the juggle with her Shadow Ender, you can cash it out, which can lead to 35-40% pretty much unbreakable damage, which is kind of in line with what other characters can deal for the same amount of meter, so that's not really the issue for me. The issue for the team really was that the daggers on hit build an absurd amount of meter. And she could do this combo and do the Shadow cash out and have half a meter left over more than she started with. So you start it with 1 meter, you end up with 1.5 meters, just like it's really ridiculous. So those deal a lot less. They give you a little less meter on block. So go ahead and block this. Still pretty good, but on hit, don't block. They build much, much, much less meter. So your dagger juggles when you do things such as this. Those are going to give you a lot less meter. And you probably noticed the other change there just now. If you do roll into dagger throw and they don't block it, it actually bounces off now. That's a buff nerf. Call it a buff nerf. It's actually really great from full screen because it can help you weave in from farther away and maintain a dagger juggle, which is really cool. But up close, when you try and do the dagger juggles like I just did, you'll actually just see them bounce away, which really limits your potential here. Whoops. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I'm sorry. And now they're gone. Yeah, that one would have bounced off too, and I would have had to go get it. So the use of that is much more limited now. We really never intended for you to be able to pick up a dagger and throw that same dagger in the same motion. It just got a little out of control, and we waited as long as we could to kind of dial that back, but I think this is the right solution. And it really does help our full screen game and help her close the distance. So it has, Brandon here in QA is a great Maya player, and he got his hands on it, and he was like, I actually like this. This helps me get in on a lot of characters. So look forward to that. Conra has had some additional recovery added to his clutch attempts. So go ahead and try. Don't hit me, it's recovery. Okay. You won't see anything if you grab it. So you can see he recoils a little harsher on those. And the reason for that was there was just a lot of setups where you get scarabs above somebody's head on knockdown. You go for a meaty grab, and they either have to eat the grab into combo or jump into the scarabs, and he recovered so fast from the grab that he could whirl and pick that combo up too. And the fact that he could get both situations without needing a read just ends up being too much, I think. So we added a little more recovery to the clutch. If you think they're going to jump, press a different button and fake it. They'll jump into the scarabs. You can still whirl. But if you're going to go for a meaty clutch, you're not going to get a free recapture from a whirl anymore. Just because you had scarabs there. You're going to recover a little too slow for that. Sorry, Conra players. Had to happen.
C-Styles.
C-Styles, probably pretty mad right now. And happy birthday, Shinku88.
While we have Maya on screen, we didn't show Maya and Aghanos. Some interesting interactions between the walls and the daggers.
We didn't have Aghanos on the screen, so we couldn't.
Well,
but
we'll let people figure that out for themselves.
Yes, we will. I want to show...
Whoa! What is that?
No! We weren't supposed to show that. Oh, well, we'll just do it. Pick anybody that loves us.
Here, how about Maya again?
Great.
Retro Maya.
So, Riptor has a buff nerf, too. Yeah, we kind of felt that the Oki you get off of Flame Carpet was a little bit too guaranteed. It locked down for a little too long, and I think the change we made actually makes her a more intelligent, thoughtful character instead of just kind of repeating the same sequence over and over again until you win. So what that change is, comes in 2 parts. The first part is that her hard knockdowns off of crouching hard kick and tail flip enders are actually longer than before. And this means that I can get a Flame Carpet out a little bit faster and have enough time for an actual meaty attack on top of the Flame Carpet. I'll do a tail flip ender as well here. So I have a lot more time than I did before. It may not be noticeable, but it will be when you play. The other part of the change here is that Flame Carpet can no longer hit somebody who is in jump or pre-jump frames. So go ahead and jump onto this and hold up. Can't hurt you. And that also means that if you want to jump out of this, you just go right ahead. No big deal. So you're not locked down anymore. What that means for Riptor players is you're going to have to actually use a meaty.
Oh, that hit me.
So if you expect them to jump, you can hit a meaty button, and then the flames will pick them up, and you can continue as normal. Or if you expect to jump, you can do something goofy like this, which is pretty great as well. You still have great options. You still have total control of the match when you use these setups. It's just a little less thoughtless. So that is the big change for Riptor. We also fixed an issue where she was getting out of the recovery of Shadow Clever Girl if her opponent was in the air. Now she actually suffers the full recovery and is punishable. So that will help a lot when Paul B does this and then runs under you and does that. That was pretty silly. And there's a couple other bug fixes here and there, but that's pretty much the balanced change list. Yay! Nobody claps.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't really talk about when we had Omen on screen was the fix to his linkers.
Yeah, I mean, bug fixes, for Omen, we made it so his medium punch double is breakable. And if you use the Shadow Furious Flurry linkers from up close, they'll actually work as linkers now instead of being unbreakable.
Yeah.
Because he was getting a lot of unbreakable damage there. Let's check out Conra and his outfit.
Nope.
No? Not doing it?
Not doing it.
Okay, not doing it. Are we out of time?
Press B for broccoli.
We are out of time. We're
Press
15
B for
minutes over.
broccoli.
Oh, that explains why we're not doing it.
All right, well, you guys tuned in, about 4,500 of you. That's pretty close. You got the 5K bonus as a bonus without getting the 5K, but I guess we're not giving you the 6K or the 7K. But you kind of got the 7K. You got half of it. You didn't get the important half, which was Chase's head being shaved.
Next time.
Before we sign off here, Noah, you worked really hard on this character, and I want to thank you.
Thank you.
You did a great job. I think Agnos is awesome and fresh and unique. You have anything to say about the experience of working on him?
I'd say it rocked.
You can leave.
Seriously.
You're free to leave. Yeah. I guess that's it. That's Tender Moments. It was great.
Yeah.
I think people will be excited, hopefully.
Yeah,
And
can't wait
this was all over your face. Do not put this in my face.
I do think we should cook some of this broccoli, but maybe not that
It's
piece.
disgusting. You guys didn't even buy cheddar. Ugh, gross.
We bought ranch that we never used.
I know.
Need it.
Yeah.
This is all broccoli for show.
No, this broccoli's not going to
They bought
waste.
it Aldi.
I'm taking this broccoli home.
Trader
it up.
Joe's. Come on.
Trader Joe's
Yeah.
has a higher % chance of being genuine broccoli. That was a fun stream. I enjoyed that.
It was.
That was
It
fun.
awesome.
Any last minute questions from the chat?
Can you throw Agnos?
Oh my God, you can go. You can go. Everybody, we'll have, I think, soon information on the Agnos trailer, which will have a release date in it. There's lots more coming in that update. Balance changes, leagues and ladders, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Look forward to it. Thank you for joining us. We're Iron Galaxy.
Kind of getting a tease already.
Yeah, there's already a tease. Look at that fancy player
player
card.
card.
Oh my God,
It looks
that's
a
amazing.
little different.
What does killer mean?
Hard to say.
But this movie's different too. It's got more characters in it. Yay, finally. We are Iron Galaxy. Thank you for joining us. I am Adam Keatshart. This is Isaac Torres. This is Noah Sasso. That's Ramon Franco. Off screen, not pictured, Jordan Peterson, our lovely producer, and his very, very fine bald head. That's all I got, man. I'm ready for a nap.
Oh man, there's a lot of hate towards me.
Oh,
Yeah, because of the comment
bye.
thing.
Oh.
Aww.
It's not Ramon's fault.
What's not Ramon's fault? Well,